Yeah, people don't know how to drive, man. You gotta stay near the yellow line. You're supposed to drive near the yellow line. Like we're like everybody's riding the shoulder. It's crazy. Got to do a lot and teach you how to drive. All right. So let's tackle some more stuff here. This ain't gonna be long at all. Tackle some stuff. All right, let me get finish demolishing this guy points. Oh shoot.
In the NLT, let's go to. Let's read verse 32 in the NLT.
Okay, so these guys, as you can see, they pick and choose which other translated Bibles they read from. But unbeknownst to these idiots, the NLT is the worst translation for one West Israelite to go to. It does not side with them. I'm glad they're using it because now I get to use it. You know, just justifiably so, and it's going to shake things up. So what I mean by now, I'm going to use it. Mean like they can't act like no, I only do King James. No, you also do NLT.
So that's who he's talking about. Now let's read verse 32 in the NLT. All right. In the NLT, let's go to
a lot of Sakari got NLT.
Romans 8 and 32 in the New Living Translation. They don't have the NLT on this joint no more. Lord Christ. Did I miss it? Oh, here we go. Boom. It says, since he did not spare even his own son, but gave him up for us all, won't he also give us everything else?
He's confused on the us, obviously.
Now it says that he gave him up for us all. Well, let's look at the prophets. Isaiah 53. Right? It says, who hath believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? Now, this is important, right? Who believed our report? Right? Why is that important, Ariella? Let's go to Isaiah 6. Right? Isaiah 6 and 1 says, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne high and lifted up in his train for the temple. Above it stood the seraphims, each one with 6 wings, and with 20 they covered his face, and with 20 he covered his feet, and with 20 did fly. And one cried unto another and said, holy, holy, holy is Yahweh of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the post of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For mine eyes have seen the King, Yahweh of hosts. Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongues off the altar, and laid it upon my mouth, and said, lo, this hath touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Who's this angel? This is Yahushua, right? Then he gets a commission, right? And also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, now it doesn't say Yahweh here, it says Ha'adawan, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell this people. What's this people? The Israelites. Hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy. Shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. Right? So Isaiah was sent on a commission to talk to who? His people, the children of Israel. Right? Isaiah 58 and 1 says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their sin. Right? Roughly paraphrasing. So this is the report, right? Who hath believed our report? It says, for he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of the dry ground. He have no form of comeliness. when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him, right? This just goes into the fact that when he came on the scene, right, not everyone was getting jiggy with it, right? Everyone wasn't getting jiggy with the tune. He said, how would I liken unto this generation? It is like children piping unto their fellows, right? But they will not sing and dance, roughly paraphrasing. Niggas just won't get jiggy to the tune. Listen, I've been doing this thing for going on 6 years now, going out to the highways and hedges and doing what Christ said, Yahweh said, and bidding our people to the marriage. And the vast majority of people just walk on by. They don't want to even stop and listen, right? We're piping unto them, but they won't get jiggy. They won't dance, right? But if we were playing damn, it's 7 p.m. Fry, it's 95 degrees, guess what? Every joint will be shaking their ass, getting jiggy to that tune. But when we're singing the song of the Lord, right? When we're actually singing a beautiful message that we are the chosen of God, right? And that we need to return and keep his laws, statutes, commandments, our people just cannot get jiggy to it, right? It says he's despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid as it were our sins. He was despised and we esteemed him not, right? I'm gonna jump down to verse 5. It says, but he was wounded for our transgressions. Who's the our? The children of Israel. He was bruised for our iniquity. Again, we already established that the words we and our, right, are used by the speaker.
Like, how is this proving your point about the Gentiles being Israelites?
Right, to include himself and the people that he's speaking to. And Isaiah is the guy that's speaking right now, right, to his people, the children of Israel. It says, he was wounded for our transgressions. Christ died because of our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. He was bruised for our iniquities, right? The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. Christ came to heal the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Out of his own mouth, it says, all we as sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone out of his own way, and the Lord have laid on him the iniquity of us all. That's who God sent Christ for, the Israelites. He sent them to die for the Israelites' sin and iniquity, right? Jump down to verse 10. It says, yet it please, I'm sorry, verse 9. It says, and he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Again, when Christ told that Canaanite woman, right, go that way, thy daughter is healed, right? He wasn't trying to test her. He wasn't using guile or deceit, right? Because the Bible says he didn't have deceit in his mouth, right? It says, yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. God was happy in putting Yahushua to death. So much so that Yahushua is to grief when thou shalt make even his own son, but he bruised him for our iniquity, right? He was Lord of Christ. You ever watch The Passion of Christ, right? Obviously not historically accurate in terms of skin tone, right? When you look at Yahweh from the foundation of the earth, right? It says that he's the lamb that was slain before the foundation of the earth. The Most High God provided a lamb. That lamb, Yahushua, this lamb, he got beat up, right? He had to carry a heavy cross. He got nails placed in his hands and feet, and he slowly but surely suffocated, right? And died. I think it was like, when you do the math, like over 3 hours of him hanging on the cross. God was happy in doing that. So it says he spared not even his own son, but gave him up for us all. Who's the us all? The Israelites. It's very, very above out the windows. See, Christians are like,
but which Israelites? Is that physical or is that spiritual? Like, you're not saying, you're not making your point. You're not proving that these are physical Israelites and not spiritual Israelites. You're not making that. You're not proving that.
Someone who picks up a Harry Potter book and starts reading from chapter 30, right? They start picking up this book. They start reading it from the middle of the book. No, let's look at all the things that happened in LT. So now let's go to Romans 11 real quick. Romans 11 and verse 26.
Oh, now he just said, you go to Harry Potter's book and you go from chapter 30. Dude, you went to Romans 11:26. What happened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. What happened to those, man? How do you just go to verse 26?
One's in the chat if you guys are trekking with me, right? If you're not trekking with me, if it's just not making sense, just put a 2 in the chat, right? And if it doesn't make sense, let me know what's not making sense, and I'll try to clarify. By the way, just so y'all know, put your own game. This is the best water in the country. Okay. There's no other brand of water that's better than this stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So now let's read. You got us all. Let's read 11 and 26 of Romans, right?
Yeah, but
And
you just said you was complaining about people skipping chapters, and you skipped 25 verses. You went right to 26.
so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written. There shall come out of Zion the deliverer.
Right. So again, the debate that you're having with Christians is who is that Israel? That's what these guys not comprehending. Stacy was making that clear verse, Captain, and you look like they're not catching that. So like when you guys keep saying Israel, 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 you're not saying anything. People think people really think when you're driving, you ride the shoulder, like the line for the shoulder. No, you got to stay close to the yellow line, stupids. The left side, not the right side. You're just dumb.
And shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. How does a Christian read Romans 11, read this verse, and somehow think that this is talking about all people?
Well, they don't. I don't think the average reading Christian believes all people. I think Christians make the argument that all have a chance at salvation if they come to God and worship truly and things like that. I don't believe Christians just think everybody's going to get in just because they're breathing air.
Talking about heathens, right? Let's go to some oldie but goodies. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21, right?
No.
And this is the angel speaking to Joseph. The word angel means messenger. So he's a messenger of who? A messenger of the Most High God, Yahweh. Now, last time I checked, Isaiah 55 and 8, right, says that 8 through 10 says that the word that proceeded out of God's mouth will not return unto him void, but it will accomplish in that what he
All right, come on.
When
Get back
God,
to Rome.
for he
read
one chapter over.
Come on, man.
In the land of Judah, art thou the least among the princes of Judah? For out of these shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Who them in the land of Judah? Art thou the least among the princes of Judah? For out of these shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
So I hope y'all listening. Their confusion is on the word Israel. In their minds, they're just picturing the patriarchs of Jacob, the 12 so-called sons of Jacob. That's the perspective the Israelites are reading from. Christians are not reading from that perspective. Well, not the smart ones, the well-studied ones. And you heard Stacy say it, like they are arguing from the perspective that Israel is a spiritual nation that is led by Jesus Christ, not Jacob. Okay? He's the cornerstone of this new Israel. Jesus Christ, that is. And so this is why if some of you guys watch these debates, you're going to see Israelites keep acting like Christians are not reading Israel over and over and over, or not comprehending it. And this is where some of the disrespect comes from. Some of these guys, Christians, they're stupid. They don't see it says Israel. They do. You're the stupid one because you don't understand what they believe, who they believe makes up Israel after Christ, of course.
Who's this governor? Christ, right? The angel's telling Joseph that Jesus, the Christ, Yahweh HaMashiach, right, is going to save his people of Israel. Point blank, period. It's never been anyone else. It never will be anyone else, right? Let's go to, of course.
All right, so I'm going to end it right there. But I'm so glad I went live because now I'm able to highlight that for you guys. Like, Israel is the stumbling block for these Israelites. Ain't that weird? Because they're supposed to be Israelites, and the word Israel is their stumbling block. That is ironic. All right, I'll be on a little later. I'm gonna wait till he wakes up. He about to wake up any time right now, screaming.